Hello everybody, today we'll be taking a look at the upcoming week's pattern from Sunday, September 29th to Saturday, October 5th. So let's just jump right into it with the GFS. We're going to swing through this real quick, and then we'll take a look at the official temperature and precipitation forecast map. So starting on Sunday, we'll have this low pressure in the northern Rockies continuing to produce snow in many areas in Montana and Idaho. But by Monday, that will lift out of the area, leaving behind high pressure in the region, but just south of that we'll have another low pressure develop in southeastern Colorado that will be responsible for some showers and thunderstorms towards the middle parts of the week in many areas of the Central Plains. We're expecting a limited severe threat in these areas just because there won't be too much instability, so just not too much potential for some severe thunderstorms in those areas. But as that continues to move northeast, we'll have a high pressure build in north of that, and we'll also have a cold front swing into the Central Plains and Northern Plains behind that towards the middle parts of the week. On Wednesday, heading into Thursday, you see this cold front continues to move east in the Central Plains, and then we'll have an opportunity for some showers and storms also on Thursday in much of the South Central Plains and also the southern Great Lakes and northern Mid-Atlantic. But as you can see, just not too much in the way of precipitation with that. And then moving into Friday, finally this cold front will reach many areas of the East Coast, finally below average temperatures in many of the major cities on the eastern seaboard. That will continue into Saturday, so next week, if you're looking for some fall foliage, that will definitely be a good idea. But just because it's early October, we're not seeing too much in the way of fall foliage south of really the northern PA and southern New England. So you're going to have to head up into those areas if you want to see much fall foliage, next week. But that's the way it's looking for precipitation attempts on the GFS. We'll just look at temperature anomalies real quick so I can really illustrate the point that this will definitely be a week of two different patterns. So we'll start off the week well below average temperature-wise in the southwestern U.S., with well above average temps in the east. Then if we move into the middle parts of the week, we see this cold spread east finally, but still well below average temperatures out west and then well above in the eastern U.S. Thursday, cold front continues to spread east, as we just talked about. So we'll have more below average temperatures now in the Central Plains, still in the west, and then this area of above average temps is shrinking towards the end of the week in the southeast. By Friday, much of the eastern U.S. will be seeing below average temps with the exception of the Gulf Coast. And then Saturday, it really reaches pretty much everybody on the East Coast except Florida. And by Sunday, you can see that our area of below average temps is starting to erode in the eastern U.S. So it will be a relatively short-lived time of well below average temps out east. But as you can see, we do have this continuation of below average temperatures in the west. So that is the reason why we'll be looking at, in a few minutes on the temperature outlook, well below average temps as a whole for this upcoming week. Just to take a quick look at the Euro EPS precipitation-wise, you can see well above average precip up the Central Plains, as well as the Northern Plains, just because of that low pressure to begin the week. And then we'll have mainly dry conditions in the southeast, so perhaps slightly below average precip. Now let's get into our temperature and precipitation outlooks. So here we go. So starting off in the west, you can see, as we just talked about, well below average temperatures out west for much of the week, from California up into the Cascades, the northern Rockies, and then slightly below average temperatures from the southern Rockies into the Central Plains and the northern Great Lakes area. But in much of the east, we'll start the week off well above average temperature-wise, and then we'll end the week well below average. So it kind of evens out to slightly below or even average as you work your way south. And then in these areas that will be impacted by this cold front, from Oklahoma City to St. Louis to Pittsburgh to New York City, although we have them in above average temperatures, it's just because the well above average temperatures to begin the week will kind of overwhelm the well below average temperatures to end the week. So as a whole, it will end slightly above average, but it still will be, cold towards the end of the week. So, and then we have our core of above average temps in the southeast, because 6 out of 7 days will be, or at least 5 out of 7 days will be well above average temperature wise. So that's why we'll be ending the week likely well above average temperature-wise from, Atlanta to D.C., Memphis, just much of the eastern U.S. So now let's look at precipitation. You can see, due to that low pressure that will be making its way northeast in the middle parts of the week, we're going to have well above average precipitation in the central U.S. as well as the northern U.S., thanks to that low pressure to begin the week. And then we have this area of normal precipitation for much of the west coast, and then an area of slightly below average precipitation in the northwest, and also a large area of below average precip in much of the south central plains and much of the southeast mid-Atlantic. There will be an opportunity for some showers later in the week, but overall it's not looking too impressive. So that's what we're looking at this upcoming week. Have a good week. Stay tuned for our next videos, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.